everyone. I'm just going to give a few minutes for everyone to come and join. Hopefully you'll get the notification that this is live. I'm just going to give you a minute or two to see who is joining us. When you are here, say hello. Let me know in the comments you are here joining me today. And as always, if you're catching the replay, let me know as well. Today is a pretty important and special live for me, actually. I'm going to be sharing with you my origin story, how I came to be here doing what I'm doing. So yes, if you are here live, let me know. Say hello in the chat box. I'm just going to give it a minute or two to everyone who has said they're coming to let notifications be sent out. Hopefully we are all here. Oh, hello, people are coming in now. Hello, gorgeous Corrine. Hello, Denise. Hello, beautiful Nikki. Say hello if you're here. As I said, I am here to share with you my origin story, and it's a big day. If you want to know why I'm sharing this now with you, I did do a live on it yesterday. Feel free to go after this and check it out. But yes, say hello if you're here live, and give me a hashtag replay if you're catching up on the replay. I know there's a few beautiful women who reached out and said they can't get here live, but they'll definitely be watching the replay, so make sure you let me know. And I think I might just jump on in. Yes, and extremely nerve-wracking on this live, actually. Normally it doesn't affect me at all, but I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be sharing with you quite vulnerably. So yes, it is a little bit more different on a live here. Hello, beautiful Doris. Hello, gorgeous Lizanne. Hello, beautiful people. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with you my origin story, and I think I'm just going to jump on in. We've got some beautiful people here now live with us, so let's go. Where it all began. So I'm not sure about you, but have you ever been told words that you couldn't comprehend? When I was 35, I was sitting in the doctor's office, and she said to me, your biopsy results have come back and it's a carcinoid tumour. And those words I couldn't comprehend. Tumour? What, you mean like cancer? That were the words. That's all I could get out to her. See, I'd been for a colonoscopy 2 weeks ago. It was a precautionary colonoscopy, and I dropped into the doctor's for what I thought was a routine follow-up. I was expecting her to tick the boxes. Thank you very much. Off you go. In fact, I was on my way out to coffee with my mum. These words she spoke to me didn't make sense. These weren't my words. They weren't meant to be for me. It didn't comprehend at all. And I walked out of the doctor's surgery with my hands full of referrals to specialists in Perth and forms for blood tests and MRIs. And I walked out as though I was in a fog. It was though my mind had left my body, trying to go off to comprehend what we'd been told. I was walking out in a dream. And I returned home and did the only thing I could think about doing, which was to turn to the internet for some information, to try and get some understanding of what I'd just been told. And what I discovered was that by the time you have symptoms that take you for a colonoscopy, normally the carcinoid tumour is so large it is spread to other areas of your body, and it's really too late. There is a maximum of 5 years survival rate. And my baby girl had just turned 2, and my eldest was 6. My babies might not grow up without a mother. That thought that they might grow up without a mother, that thought brought the words crashing down like nothing else could. Now I understood. Now I could comprehend. And as I lay in bed that night, unable to sleep, all I could think about was my babies. How could I leave them? How was it going to be possible that I was not going to see them grow up? How could I not be there for their milestones? How could I not get to know the amazing people they were going to grow up to be? How could I leave them? How could that be possible? And I realized not only could I be leaving them without a mother, I would be leaving them without a memory of one either, because they were so young. And if they did have a memory of me, it would be those final years of my life, which, to be honest, was not the memory I wanted them to have. So I lay there trying to work out, what could I do? How could I tell them how much I loved them? How could I let them know how special they were and how every single one of them changed my life and I wouldn't have it any other way, and if I could have stayed, I would have. So I thought what I would do is I would write them letters. I would record them videos. I would share with them the memories I had of them, the stories of us together. I would tell them how much I utterly adore them. They were my world. And I would also tell them about me. I would tell them about who I was. I would tell them about my life. I would tell them all about me so they knew who their mother was and felt like they knew who I was. But more than that, I would also leave them with my hopes and dreams for them. I would tell them that I wouldn't want them living their life in sorrow and grief. I want them to live their best life, to have their life full of love and joy and laughter. More than anything, I wanted them to follow their heart, to do what they wished. I wanted them to know that they could be anything. They could do anything, that they had unlimited possibilities, that the sky was theirs, and that more than anything, I wanted them to follow their heart, do what they loved, and spend every day in joy. I wanted them to know how incredibly special they were and how much the world needed their light, and to please God, please let them follow that joy. And that's when my heart broke a little bit more, when I realized that everything I wished for my children, the life that I wished for them, was not one I was living myself. I actually couldn't leave them. I couldn't leave them that note telling them that I had spent my life living my life following my heart. I couldn't tell them that I was living my best life. I wasn't being the example I wanted to be for my children. I had spent the last 35 years of my life living within the parameters society had given me. I had seen and witnessed my whole life that you had to work hard for your money, that earning money wasn't easy, that you had to study as hard as you could to get the best job that you could, to earn the most money that you could. There was never any talk about joy. There was never any discussion about following your heart. It wasn't what I saw. And I realized that I was living life in Groundhog Day. I was living life just without a soul. I was living life from someone else's rules. Yes, I had 3 gloriously beautiful children and a loving husband and a beautiful house and a successful business. But my beautiful house had a beautiful mortgage that went with it. My successful business had me up at 5 a.m. in the morning and working to midnight, working weekends so I could fit my business around my children. It was a business that I worked extremely hard in, doing something that I absolutely didn't enjoy. In fact, I only did it because I was good at it and I earned pretty good money at it, but in all honesty, I despised what I did. Our life was stressful. We were living paycheck to paycheck. I was too scared to empty the mailbox for what bill I was going to find. This was not the life I wanted my children to live. This was not the life I wanted to tell them that I was living. I was not proud of this life. I didn't want this to be the memory that I left my children. I realized that I was extremely unhappy in my life. This life that I was living from someone else's rules. This life I was living inside the parameters society had given me. But it was not the life I wanted to live. And it was definitely not the life I wanted my children to live. And I decided, as I lay there, that things had to change. That no matter what happened, life needed to change, and I didn't want to live this life that I was living anymore. I wanted to be that example to my children that I wasn't at the moment. That was 6 years ago. What I discovered when I saw the specialist up in Perth was that my carcinoid tumour was a few millimetres wide, and they had been able to remove it in its entirety during that biopsy. And even though I had to have numerous blood tests and MRIs to make sure I had no other tumours in my body, which thankfully I didn't, and I had to have colonoscopy after colonoscopy at 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, 3 years, and I am now on 3 yearly colonoscopies, and I will be for the rest of my life, I actually wouldn't want it any other way. I am extremely grateful for that colonoscopy and for that carcinoid tumour. In fact, that carcinoid tumour is my do-over. My carcinoid tumour gave me another lease of life. That carcinoid tumour uncovered the life that I was living that really was not mine. And what occurred over the coming years after that diagnosis is that I sold my bookkeeping business. I extracted myself from a family business I was also tied up in. And even though it felt very foreign at the time, I asked my heart, where do I go next? And for the very first time in my entire life, I actually listened. I actually followed my heart. And the last 3 years, I have been following my heart every single day. And it has been the most joyous ride I could ever imagine. I can now tell you that I am so proud of the life I am living. If anything happened to me today, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I would be so very proud for my children to know the life that I lived. I am being the example to them that I wish for them to see. I am following my heart, I am following my dreams, and I am living every life and every day as though it's my last. So I want to leave you with some words that I hope you comprehend. And they are, you get to do what you absolutely love and be financially abundant for it. You get to earn money easily, effortlessly, doing what brings you joy. You get to change the world. You get to shine your light. And you get to be richly rewarded. In other words, you get to have it all. It's not one or the other. You absolutely get to have it all. And if any of those words that I've just spoken do not comprehend to you, please reach out to me. I now have a job. I shouldn't even call it a job. Joy. I now have a joy. It is my joy that I get to lead my clients to understand and comprehend those words. And not only for my clients, I get to spread that message that you get to live and work and do what you love and be abundantly rewarded for it. That is my message. That is what I'm here on the earth to do. That is what I have such joy getting to do every day when I sit with my clients. I get to show them what is possible. I get them to take that ceiling off that they've put on themselves, that society has put on them. I get to show them a new paradigm where they get to do what they love and get to be rewarded abundantly for it. That is my message to the world. That is what I am here to do. And it's such a freaking privilege that I get to do it. And every day I am so thankful for that carcinoid tumour, because without that, I wouldn't be here. And I would not be doing what I have such joy getting to do every day. I thank you, beautiful women, for listening to my story, sharing this story. As I say, I have not publicly shared this on this platform. In fact, even when I was going through all of that, there wasn't many people I shared with it in my life. So I am excited to actually get to share with you now and have shared with you that story. And thank you everyone here that was here with me live, who catch the replay. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. But I am going to wind up this live now because I have been here for a while. But I want to just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here, supporting me, listening to me, and holding me as I shared my origin story with you. You are able to have it all. No, you are able to have it all. Everything your heart desires, it's yours, if you are willing to choose it. And it would be my absolute privilege to guide you if you feel called. Much love to you all. Bye.